Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Stencil Artist Jan, and as always I'm joined by Peephole Circus. Hello Peephole Circus.
Hello.
You like ancient Greece, I've heard.
Yes, my favourite subject.
Do you know that they used to believe that redheads became vampires after death?
We all know that. We all know it. There's something wrong with redheads, isn't it? You should know.
Well, they're my people.
I sort of knew it, but now you've confirmed it.
On here it says it's because redheads are very pale skinned. Well,
That's one of the reasons.
yeah, and because after death they become vampires, I guess, back in the Mediterranean Greek times.
Yeah. Well, and they're evil in general.
Oh,
Don't forget.
That's true. That is true. I'm wondering if this is where all the anti-ginger rhetoric came from originally, because they were the vampires back in the day.
Yes. Van Helsing, Disney didn't like him.
Walt Disney Vampire Hunter. Is that the new film coming out from Disney now?
I paid money for that, especially if he was walking around just his head. Walking around just his head, you know what I mean? In a jar, holding it like Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, I thought you meant like the guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Same thing.
Yeah, you could have Robert Downey Jr. there as well.
I think he probably does hunt redheads anyway.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
Is that why the Iron Man suit is red?
Exactly.
To blend in. Moving on from vampire redheads, between the 11th and 19th century, a number of Buddhist monks successfully mummified themselves.
On purpose?
Yes.
Right, okay.
They adopted a practice called, it's one of these words again. They adopted a practice called Sokoshinobutsu, in which they gradually weaned themselves off food and water and essentially starved themselves to death over the course of 1,000 days.
Well, so you've got to have a hobby, I suppose, but I mean, 1,000 days of being a mummy. Is that how long it takes to be a mummy, 1,000 days?
That's a hell of a diet after Christmas, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah. So who are these again? Buddhist monks?
These are the Buddhist monks between the 11th and 19th century. So 800 years they've been doing this for.
So what would they do? What would they do? Just sit down and go like, hey, check this out. Watch this now. 1,000 days later, mummy. do they have bandages on?
I think they kind of cut back like a little bit every day,
right?
So the body just dried up, I guess.
Yeah. Did they curse anybody?
Well, it says
it's like
here.
Fucking food.
Yeah, that's how they were cursing people. Maybe it may not have been voluntary thinking about this. You know, back in the day they used to do these things to people for fun, didn't they?
Oh yeah, we all did that.
Back in the 80s, 1980s, not 1880s. It's believed that by being successfully mummifying yourself, you would achieve true enlightenment.
Didn't they have to put like a coat hanger up their nose to drag their brain out? How did they do that? That's got to be hard after like day 999 of not eating. You wouldn't have the strength to do that.
Maybe that's why it only goes on for 1,000 when you do that part.
That's true. They should have gone for like 1,001 days. One of them did, probably. The guy that, yeah, I'm off. Here we go. Mummy. The other guy's going, 1,001.
Beat all of you losers. Looks around. Look at me now. Oh, I'm the only one still here. All these facts actually bring up more questions than they do answer. 1,000 days that's 2.5 years, 2 and 3/4 years.
We just say yes, it is. But yeah, that's a long day to just be. Did they just sit there?
I assume so in the last 500 days, because I'm guessing your legs fall off. That's not a medical term.
Yeah, I'm afraid you got a bad case of mummy legs. Oh no.
Yeah, well, yeah, I haven't had a drink all day. I've got the old mummy legs coming on as your foot falls off.
Need a bandage on that.
Bandage on it. Strangely, I'm going to time jump ever so slightly here to Henry VIII.
I am.
Very large man. I think they believe he was 6'4" when the average height in England was about 5 foot. So he was a giant of a man back in the day. Yeah. Well, he was actually so large, he had servants. Would you like to try to guess what the servants did, or would you like to guess what they were called? So I can tell you what they did, and you can guess what their full title is, or would you like the title and see if you can guess it?
I'll just take a guess. I think the servant people, it was called Gareth, and his job was to comb his beard.
You're the wrong end there.
All right.
It was called, they had servants who were called the grooms of the stool.
Oh, I know what this is. I know it sounds like a good job. That's when you inspect people's poop, isn't it? The Queen has one as well. That job is still going.
Yeah, to inspect it, yes, but back in the Henry VIII days, you had to wipe his bottom.
That's a plus, isn't it? You get it directly from the source.
Well, probably back then, that's probably worth some money. That kind of stuff.
I wouldn't like to see the banknotes.
No, the authentication.
Yeah, dirty money.
Strangely, 4 of these people were knighted for their services.
Done a cracking job.
Yeah. They were like the super ones. They must have been like the best at wiping somebody's butt.
Yeah. Gareth, come here. You're a good lad. This stool has never been groomed so well. Groomer of the year.
You've not. That's something slightly different these days.
Well, that's strangely similar as well.
Strangely similar. Yeah, we're circling around the same place there, but I think we'll move on from that one. At that point, we're going back to favourite of ours. Back in the 16th century, because I know you like hearing about weird things rich people do. Back in the 16th century, the wealthy elite used to eat parts of dead bodies.
Delicious.
It was rumoured that cadavers could cure diseases, and the highest delicacy was Egyptian mummies.
Oh, back to mummies again. Well,
yeah.
They do look tasty when you see them, and they look. Do you know they're not like skeletons, and sometimes they look like they're covered in delicious beef jerky, and you just think to yourself, "I'll have a lick." One thing leads to another, and you're eating mummies on a stick.
Yeah, then you're eating a finger. Chocolate. Yeah. I always think it looks a bit like chocolate mousse.
Yeah, I think it's nice. Just I try a mummy.
Tear a hand off.
Yeah, you need some butter on it or something, because it'll be a bit dry, but mummy sandwich.
Yeah. And now we know how you make mummies from the Buddhist monks.
That's where the best Egyptian mummies come from.
Well, actually, looking at these times, so the Buddhist monks come from the 11th to the 19th century. It was in the 16th century. I'm wondering if these two were actually connected, these two facts.
I think so, because mummies are, they live underground, don't they?
That's the Wombles, but mummies do as well.
Yeah, same thing, I suppose. If you eat a mummy's toe, would that get rid of a gypsy curse they put on you?
Well, it does say it can cure diseases, but you may get a mummy's curse.
No, I think it'd get rid of it, because you know how we all have that curse on us when we're younger for that terrible thing we did that time. Don't say it, but eat a mummy, sorted.
Yeah, all you've got to do is find a Buddhist monk, persuade him over 1,000 days.
Yeah. 1,001 for the other.
That's for the premium version.
It's always one, isn't it?
Always one's got to go that one extra day. But why is there always something weird with rich people? They can never just do normal stuff. It's the wealthy used to eat parts of dead bodies. Do normal stuff.
Where's the fun? Where's the fun in that, though? If you've got money, it means you can do weird stuff. If I had money, the stuff I would do would be shocking.
You'd kill the last dragon in Wales, wouldn't you? That one which is protected in the castle.
Yeah, hit him to death with a small object, so it'd take ages. It'd be awful, but I'd have the money to do it.
You'd beat him over the head with your Buddhist monk mummy bodies.
I would. A curse on you, dragon.
There you go. With your vampire redheads as your harem.
Yeah, well, no, I'd get rid of the vampire redheads. Got to have standards.
Well, it does get quite sunny in Wales, and they are sensitive to the sun, as it says here. Obviously, this is all medically correct, so...
Science fact.
It is a science fact. To change gears slightly, we're moving forwards to the Prohibition era of the 1920s.
The good old days.
The good old days. The Tommy gun, the
Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yep. And who was it? Not Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That's completely different time. Who was the guy and the girl used to go around robbing banks?
Bonnie and Clyde?
It. Yes, Bonnie and Clyde.
Why did Bonnie have a monkey?
Probably because Frank Oz told him it would be a good idea, I'm guessing, referring back to our other shows about Frank Oz with monkeys.
Yeah, any which way but Bonnie and Clyde.
Maybe they were filming the prequel to Gremlins, which we now know they tried to use a monkey in that as a gremlin.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm trying to think back to that other film. which was it Vanishing Point? No, that other film that was almost made but wasn't made.
Something Galaxy or Star or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, whatever that one was, which was meant to be the one which came out with from Star Wars. I'm going really off topic here, but yes, I'm not entirely certain why they had a monkey. Maybe they stole it from the first bank.
They could have. The monkey vault.
But me saying that does open up another question. Sorry.
The monkey vault, that would be great in the Olympics. You do the pole vault, then you do the monkey vault. Jump over a monkey.
Oh, you jump over a monkey. I was going to say there's a monkey jump over something.
Oh, the monkey on a pole vault, that'd be even better.
Yeah, monkey gymnastics.
Now we are getting off topic, but I like it. I'm writing that down.
Monkey gymnastics on the horse, not a real horse. That'd be a zebra. A monkey on a zebra. We're going completely off. Anyway. Winston Churchill, when he used to travel to 1920s America during the Prohibition, somehow would get a doctor's note from the British Embassy in America. He needed to drink indefinite amounts of alcohol. So he was allowed to drink even though nobody else was able to, as a medical reason.
I would have really, really rubbed it in as well. Every opportunity, just drinking with a big smile on my face. What are you going to do about it?
I got a note from the doctor.
Doctor's orders.
Drinking down that bottle of Smirnoff.
Yeah, can of Stella in his hand, knocking back a few Jaegers.
Yeah, smoking in the no smoking area in the bar.
Blowing in their
Doctor's
faces.
Note.
I can't do nothing, innit?
I'm on the sick.
Yeah,
nothing you can do. I'm on my sick benefits. I've got a bad back.
Yeah, it's a disease.
It's a disease, yeah. Exactly. He's got a monkey there. No, it's not Cagney and Lacey, is it? It's I've forgotten their names again.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes, Bonnie and Clyde's there. You can see it. We're writing a whole story here. Fictional, absolutely rubbish story, but it is a story. Bring us back to, I know, probably your favourite subject. Beheading people.
Oh, yes. At last.
I know you've been waiting for this. When Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette were beheaded, I'm not saying you were there, but I know you're a fan of it.
Yeah.
It is said that people dipped handkerchiefs in their blood to keep as souvenirs.
Yeah. Good idea. What's wrong with that?
It was actually proven that did happen, that they found these blood-stained handkerchiefs dated approximately 1793 was soaked in the blood. So It was a rumour, an old wives' tale, but then they found out it actually did happen.
Yeah. It's a good plan. If you ever see an accident or something, always gather a little bit of blood for the rituals.
For the mummy rituals?
Whatever kind of ritual you're into. The dark arts.
The dark arts. They don't teach them at art school anymore. Have you noticed?
Yeah. We've got our bachelors in that, haven't we? A BA Brachus in the dark arts.
In necromancy.
You would have a little souvenir. It's not like they whipped out their iPhones. They probably had Nokias back then. So, no pictures. So you dab a bit of blood.
Most of them were probably too busy playing Snake, to be honest, to realise what was going on.
Yeah.
So, and then they went, oh, we missed it. Well, let's get... Imagine if you went there and you only had like a Kleenex. You only had a paper tissue instead of a handkerchief.
Not very classy. Yeah, it wouldn't look good on the mantle, would it?
Would you just grab a random rat, douse that in the blood?
It depends how poor you are, because you could grab a peasant and dab him, douse his face, slather him in blood, take him home, keep him in the corner underneath the Christmas tree or something.
And then show your friends.
Yeah, look at him. God, he's got blood in him, look.
It's all dried up. And then 300 years later, you can go... Yeah, look, my mummified peasant over there's got Louis XVI's blood on him.
Go and have a lick.
Go and have a lick. It tastes like chocolate mousse, like the mummies do.
Beef jerky. Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot about the beef jerky mummies. Yeah, they used to use them for firewood mummies as well.
Because that's a good plan as well.
Mummies are really useful.
I heard that's where you burn every Easter, and that makes it easier for Santa Claus to find you down the chimney.
At Easter?
Yeah, the rituals, like I said.
Oh yeah, I forget. In your when you were doing your BA Brachus at art college in fine arts and the dark arts, fine arts and and the dark arts. I'm going to finish this with this. This fact, I loved it. I've got to take a second because it just makes me laugh too much. In 1644, English statesman Oliver Cromwell, you know that guy? But I don't know. Well, I'll read this. But in 1644, English statesman Oliver Cromwell banned the eating of pies.
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 All pies.
Yes, he declared pagan form of pleasure.
I'm lost for words. How long did he? What, forever?
What, for 16 years, pie eating and making went underground.
Oh, they went underground. They went underground. Shh, do you want to buy a pie? Do you want a pie? That must have been hard to enforce.
That's grim times, isn't it? When pies have been banned.
Maybe you could sell the filling separate to the pastry.
Possibly. That's a sad time, though. Surely.
That's got to be grim. Because you eat a lot of pies in your life, don't you? Imagine 16 years without a pie. You'd starve like a mummy again.
Well, yeah. Well. 1644, we're going back in the 16th century. Wealthy elite used to eat dead bodies. Are we seeing a link here?
Yeah. I'm thinking Sweeney Todd.
What I do like is that the Restoration leaders lifted the ban on eating pies in 1660. That must have been a hell of a year.
Yeah, there's a lot of fat people the next year as well, I bet.
Oh yeah. The celebrations when that pie ban got lifted, that would be immense.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. And at last, the pie eating contests are good now. It must have been pretty boring for 16 years.
Well, you don't think this is where Cornish pasties came from, as a workaround, do you?
So they were selling pasties and saying, no, it's not a pie, it's a pasty.
Would that work? I think that's too early for Cornish pasties myself.
Yeah, they were probably on samosas of them days.
They're on the booners. It was all about the booners and the vindaloos then.
They like the hot stuff.
But yeah, that is a hell of a fact though. Oliver Cromwell banned the eating of pies. What kind of horrible person was he for doing that?
Yeah, I bet he wasn't very popular.
Well, when I read that, I thought that's shocking. In the UK, no pies, no savoury, and not apple pie, no
cream pie.
Well, that's something slightly different these days. It may have been okay. Well, who? Let's not get bogged down with who's done what to whose pie. And on that literal bombshell, we'll call it good night. Anything else to say, people?
Good night.
Good night. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell.